So why did I get involved? I keep wondering, why did this happen? And then I realized that we had lived in Montreal 3 years in the mid-80s, and I was involved with Maison de l'Amitié, which is a similar type organization in Montreal, again connected to the Montreal Mennonite Fellowship where we were attending. And so coming back, I had a little bit of experience in terms of that, and when there was this opportunity, where do we go forward? Well, Adolfo Puricelli was contracted with the United Mennonite Conference in Ontario to come up and try to figure out the needs of Hispanic people in the city, because a lot were coming from war-torn Latin America. I think the conference sort of thought it might be an evolving church, but he very quickly realized that the needs were to help people recover from trauma and to integrate into Canadian society. I think that was around 1985 or so. And in 1986, I was part of a group that figured out how do we continue to support the Puricellis in this mission. And that ended up becoming an inter-Mennonite group at the time. So it was sponsored by Mennonite Central Committee, by the conference, and in addition, we had members from the various Mennonite churches in Toronto as well as Markham. And through that process, we decided to become the Mennonite New Life Center of Toronto, became incorporated, and had a charitable license granted by the Government of Canada. In those years, it was very small. It grew to having 2 employees in addition to the Puricellis, operated out of a house at the corner of Coxwell and Mortimer, right across from the hospital, which then eventually was rented by the conference for them, and then eventually was acquired by some doctors to turn into a house. That house, so we would meet there as a board, and they used that place both for providing services and also for an emerging church. That was the early years, and then after that moved to the corner of Woodbine and Danforth, second floor of a bank building. I remember Adolfo not being pleased with the fact that he was in a capitalistic building, and then eventually in the mid-90s migrated to share a facility with the Toronto United Mennonite Church and also the emerging, at the same time, the Toronto Mennonite New Life Church.